not really thinking about losing this fight. I'm wanting this fight to win. And once I win, I'll move on to the next fight. I respect my opponent and what he's done in his career and how he's prepared for this fight, but I'm a different level, to be honest. And I want to show it on Saturday night.
And Joseph, just on that, that is a word that you have used in the build-up, level. You believe you're at a different level. So explain to us here, what level are you and what level is Fabio Wardley?
You'll see. You'll see on Saturday night. I don't really want to explain in words, I want to explain in action.
Well, let's bring in Fabio Wardley here. Give us your thoughts, biggest moment of your career. This is it, Saturday night, it's all or nothing.
Yeah, massive night coming up on Saturday. Massive for the pair of us on the table, and massive for me at this stage of my career as well. It is obviously the biggest fight of my career, biggest fight of my life coming up, and so far so good for me. Every time I do step up, I rise to the occasion and rise to the challenge, and Saturday's going to be no different.
One word, which I keep hearing, which we've heard already today, levels. What do you make of it when you keep hearing that Joseph Parker says it's going to come down to levels?
Yeah, the separation between levels and where Joe is and where people think I am has been a common theme with me throughout my career, to be honest. It's nothing new that I'm hearing. Every time I step up to a new level, it's always like, this is the step too far, this is the step too far, until obviously I come through, I win, and then, okay, well, it's the next step, it's the step too far. So for me, it's nothing new. I relish the challenge. I look forward to stepping up, proving people wrong, proving doubters wrong, and showing that I am very much at the top level of this division.
This is the most significant fight, I think, at the moment in the heavyweight division. It's the best one out there. These two guys have stepped up. None of them needed to make this fight. You know, Joe Parker, he's the interim champion. The WBO already ordered that Usyk has to defend his belt against him, that he was injured. And Joe said no, he wants to fight anyway. And Fabio, again, he's in a fantastic position, and he only had to wait his time, and he would have got a crack at it. Said no, I want to fight as well, and not only that, I want to fight Joe Parker because it gives me a chance to jump the queue. And you've got to take your hat off to them. They're fighting men, proper fighting men. We've got a superb fight here, a brilliant fight. Queensbury and the Zone are bringing another great heavyweight fight to the viewers. And you know, you look at it, and you look at the, you know, they're talking about levels, and I get that and understand that. And you look at a former champion, world champion Joe Parker, who's on a fabulous run, you know, beating Piccoli, Zhang and Wilder, doing it in style. And then you look at Fabio, who no amateur experience whatsoever, a couple of white collar fights, but done everything that's been asked of him. He's had 20 fights, he's undefeated, knocked out 18 opponents, and stepped up a level each time. And the one thing he has got going for him is he does have a level, and that's his explosive power. I don't care how good you are, if he catches you, you're going to be in trouble. And with Joe, you've got somebody who's been there, done it, and continues to do it. And you look at the both of them, the superb condition they're in. These guys are trained. They've not left anything, no stone unturned. They're in their best condition, and you're going to get something special on the night. And the prize is there for the winner. The winner gets to fight Mr. Usyk. He gets to fighting the WBO belt and the other 3 belts. And Mr. Usyk has said that he will take that fight early next year. So that is the prize. It's all or nothing for the winner.
Everyone, it's wonderful to be back in London again. It's like a second home for our team, so we're grateful to the promoter Frank Warren for putting the big show on, and all the fans. I'm very confident for Joseph Parker for Saturday. I've never seen him so good, and he's been getting incrementally better fight by fight. That's the scary thing, and really just the whole package now with all that experience. So I think credit to the opposition, and he's got a massive punch. He could knock anyone out on his day, so the fight's not without risk. But I think it'll be our night on Saturday. The really exciting thing to emphasise what Frank Warren said is I have to admit I was a little bit cynical about Usyk's motives a while back. Like, does he want to keep fighting? Does he want to keep fighting? I was involved in a couple of phone calls that were quite encouraging the other week, which suggests to me that Usyk absolutely does value the unified position and will honour it. And I'm increasingly confident the winner of this fight will get a shot for the undisputed heavyweight world title, so it's a very exciting eliminated situation.
You've been there since day one with Joseph Parker. You've seen them all come and go. Does Fabio Wardley present anything that Joseph Parker hasn't seen before?
Look, I mean, Joseph's, he's 33, but he's arguably a veteran. If you look around the sport and look at the names on his resume, there'd be few, if any, other boxers now that have the quantity and quality of opposition that have been that many rounds at his age. And so, is there anything that worries me? No. But Wardley's got a massive punch, and if luck's on his side, he could buy him off it, he might win the fight.
Especially despite, Fabio's been dedicated for the past 10 years, complete professional, made all the sacrifices needed. So there'll be no luck involved. It'll be from the hard work that he's put in over the time. So yeah, I think Fabio's gonna stop Parker in great fashion.
Fabio said something yesterday on the live stream for the workout, and he said that people are forgetting that I picked this fight. So you would have been part of that decision-making process. Is that because you've seen vulnerabilities in Joseph Parker as a team that you can exploit? Tell us a little bit more about why you picked Parker.
I think the world has seen vulnerabilities in Parker, not just us. But yeah, for Fabio, fighting who is number one and who they claim is the best out there. Fabio always wants to challenge us as a team. We look for challenges. It's a sink or swim mentality, and that's what we have. And I think Fabio's gonna swim, and it's gonna be a good fight whilst it lasts. But Fabio's gonna be too quick, too powerful, too youthful. All this talk of experience, Fabio's just gonna clean the clock a bit.
Joe Parker, after speaking to him this week and speaking to Andy Lee and George Lockhart, I just think he's in the best shape of his life. I think he's been here, he's done it all before, he's got the maturity, he knows where he went wrong before. I think he's a lot better boxer. I think with George Lockhart's strength and conditioning, Andy Lee's, training regime, that I think he's probably 30-40% better than what he was.
Well, many getting into my prime now. It's a credit to what he was taking this fight. It's a long time to take this fight, but I'm smash it.
That's for you to reply to that.
I could hear, sorry.
He said he's going to smash it.
I was expecting nothing less. I picked I said to you yesterday, I picked him as fighter because, yes, coming off my last fight, the performance as a whole wasn't the best. That's fine by me, no problem. I've proven before in my career that I can put on the not so great performance, come back, learn, not just learn the game, but also learn myself as well and pick areas that we need to fix and sort out and then go into another fight and get the win. And this is going to be exactly the same for me because, look, I wanted someone who was game, who there was no question marks about. I knew my next fight had to be a big one, and that's why we picked Joe. That's why we wanted him. Look, under Usyk, he is the next man, so that's a great scout for me to take.
He picked this fight. I said, yes, he's a great fight. Whatever fight it was, we both won this fight. He believes in himself, but I know I'm going to win this fight.
I need someone in front of me with self-belief, and look, that's when you see the best out of me. When the fight gets a bit gritty, when there is a bit of a back and forth, that's when you get the best out of me. When the lights are bright, that's when the best out of your audience turns up.
What about activity, Fabio? Since Joseph Parker boxed Jimmy Jang, he's had 2 rounds against Martin McConaughey. In that same time period, he had 23 rounds. He's learned a lot, he's come on a lot. Is that going to be a bit of a factor heading into Saturday?
Yeah, look, potentially, we all know as boxers and as boxing fans how dangerous ring rust can be. That's not to say that Joe's just been sitting at the couch watching TV and waiting for the phone to ring.
Maybe I have.
Yeah, look, I think if he'd had it his way, he would have definitely had more fights in that time period, and he would have had more time in the ring and kept more loose and kept more active if he could. But boxing will be boxing. The game is what it is, and sometimes it pushes you to the sidelines a bit. So, yeah, look, ring rust on the night could show up. Who knows? It depends. It depends how active and stuff he's been outside of camp. So.